Hello, good evening. Uh, After all the discussions on the report analysis, PCA, time series, PAA, SAX, and all the interesting insights that we discovered up till now, uh, we are now in front of the Python. This is some more crawling. Um, this is PyCharm, and then the code that is open in front of you is the crawler code. And you would be surprised that how come after almost coming to the analysis part, we have started crawling again for what? And that would become obvious as we go along. But for now, just please stay with me and let me get over the code for the web crawling. So in this code, we are going to import packages similar to the ones that we saw in the previous videos of the web crawlers, which are requests, CSV, pandas, and the beautiful soup. So this crawler has been made on beautiful soup because it lets the crawler be concise and brisk in its approach. The only new package over here that we have introduced is the more iteration tools, more iter tools that has been introduced to transform the data, because the crawl data comes in the form of lists, and we wanted to flatten that list to get the text out of it, because that is what we were interested in. So that is what we have done. What we have crawled over here is the news. So as I am going to explain this code, it would slightly become clear why have we crawled this, and by the end of the couple of next videos of the codes, it will be completely clear why did we crawl some more after almost coming to, like, which was seeming that we are almost completing our analysis. That's the beauty of the data mining. So here we go with crawling. We are going to crawl the news of public bank, all the news of public bank for last couple of years. uh, we could not find a good way of doing that uh, efficiently in a very short period of time that is available to us. So what was done was we just went to the versatile search engine, which is Google, because Google, it allows you to quickly grab hold of, Google search allows you to quickly grab hold of the amount of data that you are looking for in terms of the time duration window and the entity. And then with that search, we started crawling page by page on the Google website using Google search. So here the links that you see, the HTTPS links that we have requested the website to provide us the access, are the links for each page. So you can see you have one link, two, three, four, five, and six, and then nothing. So we have crawled 6 pages related to public bank, which involves the news, all the news related to public bank and many other related banks together from 2019 back to 2015, 2014, like that. And we use the beautiful soup to with the HTML parser to get the text out of the web page, and uh, we a- we assign it to the variable call site dot text. We convert it to in the form of text, and then we assign it to a variable by name info. Uh, this is nothing but just the logistics of how the crawling was done. So we open the empty list over here because these are news in series, one after another. So we have to go one line after another line, and we found that class in which the the classes in which the news have been represented on the website in Google are same, which is very nice. because once that is the case, then you just have to replicate that code for every single page. And then we have looped for a page, we have looped that code for a class to go from one news to another news. And then we slowly, after it crawls from one news to another news, picking the headlines. These are just the headlines. We have not gone into the details of news because we just want to know the headlines about public bank and the related events with public bank, which could have other banks together with it. But we will see that once the data comes in, and then we have appended this to the empty list over here, in which the data keeps on pooling. Eventually, we have used the flatten command over here, the flatten method from the iter tools that we saw, to flatten the list of lists into a list, and then send it to the data frame actually, because that is what we need. And then once we did that for one page, then we did that, we ended the function, and then we crawled for the next page. And in the next function we called over here, everything else remains same, but at the end, because we want to aggregate the crawl data from here, from this function PBB news 1, which is page 1, we want to aggregate into page 2 along with the page 2 data. So we have called the PBB news 1 in the news 2 function, and then use the concat method in pandas to concat both of them to produce a new frame, which is the output which is returned in the news 2. And then in news 3 we do the same. It is basically we have chained the function. So we, by the chaining of the functions, we crawl more on page 3, and then we try to aggregate with page 1, page 2 over here by doing exactly same that we did for news 1 and news 2, and so on and so forth till we come to an end of the page 6, where we don't have to go any further. So we, instead of returning anything, we just return a CSV file which is taken out, because that is what we want. So this is how, this is the example that we have used for public bank. But similarly for all the 6 banks, we have crawled the news, and which has pulled in the news which are also associated with the other banks related to public bank or other stocks that we are analyzing. So thank you so much for watching this video. Next video I would show some more crawling, but that crawling would be about some other information. It's best we leave it for that video. Thank you.